Hello everybody. Today is our March 2017 video for Välmående News to talk about all activities that happened in Välmående during March. We thank you for watching, and we'll get to our first story now. So Välmående is Immigration and Customs Ministry, which controls the border. It's Välmående and is responsible for securing Välmående. Is going to take more precautions in protecting our communities as well. The most common thing I would say that they do would be just issuing Välmående passports to Välmående citizens. They also are responsible for recruiting new citizens as well. And this is their patch, basically the or logo. It's basically a logo, but it's also going to be the patch too as well, because the logo got updated to better reflect the organization. The organization promises to try to improve the quality of life in Välmående too, and try to secure Välmående from foreign threats. Immigration compliance is also going to work with other local agencies on the same matter too, because security is really important in Välmående as well, for protection of our economy and commerce. So Välmående's aerospace company is also happy to announce that they're going to be working on new innovations to help improve transportation in Välmående and help to increase international trade as well, and increase the quality of international trade as well. Because you all know that sometimes parcels get lost too, which also kind of deters some people from shipping as well. So Välmående Aerospace wants to see if they could actually improve on this in Välmående, because Välmående Aerospace is really committed to helping to improve international trade in Välmående to better our economy. A better economy means a better income for them as well. Välmående Aerospace was formed in a partnership between the Ministry of Government Enterprises and Ministry of Immigration and Customs. And also the Ministry of Transportation is looking into joining in on the small partnership as well, although they already run Air Välmående. So let's look at some plane sketches that Välmående Aerospace drew. And it was not perfect yet, but sketches are still sketches. Välmående Aerospace and their aircraft drawn. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has created a new program to actually try to help other countries understand the Republic of Välmående better, because understanding is really crucial in helping to maintain our quality of life and maintain foreign relations as well. So we have these activities to help them understand it. For example, we talked about how Välmående's borders inspection system works, basically, and the regulations that regarding it to help them and us better facilitate trade and economic growth between both of our nations as well. Over here, it seems to be working as well because everyone got it correctly. I know these are all really tempting choices, but it was 3 and 4 because the Välmående Constitution doesn't talk about the customs having to do that. The Välmående passenger agreement is informal, has not been backed by the Välmående court system yet either. And if you look at the Customs Privacy Act, that one affects the Customs Department of Välmående, and Immigration Code of Ethics. It's a code of ethics that immigration and customs officers in Välmående take as well. Even immigration enforcement, or in Välmående they call it Immigration Compliance Service. Code of Ethics. And they do help to improve our economy as well as trust in our government. The government also updated its website to better help people understand the levels of government in Välmående. We do this because we want to split the roles of government a little bit more. This is done to reduce the level of corruption, because corruption is a threat to public trust and a violation of public trust as well. So if people have less power, then there's less corruption. Like you said, absolute power equals absolute corruption. So you have national, regional, provincial, city, county, municipal, which is optional. There's also autonomous republic. They don't receive any support from the national government. It's our autonomous republic. Over here, the government has decided to actually add some activities as well. So people who love to have something else that they could do related to our country too, and also help to promote our country as well. So here we talk about just being creative with paper, and you can make your own Välmående police cruiser, BNPD police cruiser. Courtesy of the Välmående National Police Department, Public Relations Division. The Ministry of Public Safety also updates its militia / it's basically like they run area naval militias which help out in their activities too, like search and rescue, emergency, disaster relief, all these things. They update many things as well. They also talk about rural hospitals and medical services, which are operated by the Civil Corps. The Civil Corps is a much more, I'll say, prestigious organization than the Välmående Ministry of Health. Their members are much more higher status. In a way, but they undergo more training as well because they're in a sparsely populated area, and if they need assistance, the Välmående National Sheriff's Department usually would take a lot longer because it's in a rural area. Like if city, BNPD can be there pretty quickly, but rural areas, not that quickly. So Civil Corps members are expected to be trained to defend themselves too, if necessary, even while doing medical rescues and firefighting operations. They also have Reserve Corps too. So you have to be able to defend themselves just in case wild animal attacks them too. So you gotta be able to keep themselves safe basically. But the Civil Corps offers medical services in rural areas of Välmående as well. It's their job to provide medical centers there. Because, in rural areas, the Välmående Ministry of Health can't afford to keep running hospitals, so they can run hospitals and emergency medical infrastructure too, just to help better health services in the area. It's not going to be as good as the city, but still it's going to be good enough to help keep the residents healthy and happy. Välmående Border Force is the one that helps to screen visa applications. They are also the investigative component of Välmående's border protection. Although they don't operate the immigration compliance, that's customs job. They're basically investigating transnational crime and helping locals authorities deal with it. So it's basically they got some investigative resources from the BNPD to help them out with this. And Customs has their own small immigration investigation board. Immigration compliance is basically like detectives and police together. But Border Force is responsible for doing visa applications, as well as protecting the land border too, under the Bureau of Land Border. Under the Bureau of Land Border Protection, which is the border police basically. The Republic of Välmående has announced the creation of another school system, 3 more school systems in Välmående, but they're smaller than just the general public one. But the Ministry of Education runs the specialized schools in association with other ministries. They both help pay for it. Both ministries help pay for it. For example, let's talk about, you have the National Medical Fellowship Education System, which is run by the Ministry of Health. These are, you even have the National Guard Education Service by Ministry of Immigration Customs. Let's look at the Customs and Border Protection School one. That one is supposed to kind of encourage and increase public relations between the immigration authorities and the population. It also has a theme education to try to interest people, basically. And the MOE believes if people engage, they'll remember things better. So, although the math will be remaining the same too, they'll try to find ways that they could show that how it's used in the field, basically, as well. And some of the literature that they read will be different, and some electives will be different too, to go along the lines of the theme, which will help them basically better understand things and hopefully improve our education system too. They also unveiled an interesting idea of a competition educative school, which private companies run. Schools owned by the Ministry of Education, which is one under competitive school initiative. So far, the Välmående Ministry of Education runs 7 of these schools within its borders. And it's just basically whatever company does really good. If the company does really good, they get to keep the contract, but if they do really horrible, then the contract gets terminated at the end of it. So companies are continuously striving to do better than the other, so that way they can keep their contract and keep earning money off their contract too. So it holds a lot of liability and accountability in it for the companies to provide good service. Alternative school system. Välmående has a mandatory 4-year obligation for all recent graduates of the school system. It's basically here to try to encourage the connection between students and the teachers, because recent graduates understand what school is like too. But usually they pick people from who delayed their service obligation to go to college, and they pick them from the respective fields. And when they're doing the obligation, they helped improve our education system as well, which is a really good incentive that we've seen from the Ministry of Education, and we're proud that they've been helping to improve our school system too. Anyways, thank you for watching today's news video. Bye.